I've tried to scam 2 people.
Probably fit.
Oh my! Your son rides the clutch.
I'm gonna die tomorrow.
Here we have a Hyundai i10 in for a suspected clutch failure. Customer states that the vehicle was towed by the AA as the car doesn't move at all even after putting in gear. So let's go and find out what's wrong with the vehicle and let's get fixing. Good morning, John. Welcome back.
Hello.
Welcome back. Right. So, good morning. This vehicle here was actually recovered back by the AA or the RAC. They diagnosed it with a faulty clutch, and it's also passed on by curbside. So thank you very much, Kirby. Obviously we have our deal on this one. Clutch we haven't done in about a week, so and it's quite a cold one. Luckily it's a nice sunny day, so let's get to it. The first thing that we have to do is to raise the vehicle to working height, making sure that everything is nice and secure once the vehicle is on stands. When doing clutch jobs, it is ideal to start removing the bits that you need to remove from the top, like the battery tray, connectors, lots of connectors and clips that is, ground cable, slave cylinder, gear linkage, and most importantly, the bell housing bolts. Okay, we're pretty much done at the top. Like what I always do the top bolts and all of the stuff that is in the way, pretty much all these wires and stuff. And John is working on the drive shafts and yeah, removing all of that. He's draining the oil at the moment. Oh, it's back on. Yeah, but he's working on that side for now. But for myself, I'm gonna be moving down there. So by removing all of that, it's much easier for me now. I don't have to come back up again to do the rest of the stuff here. Just a tiny little tip, if you find the crank sensor to be on the gearbox side, what you should do is to remove that, because otherwise you're going to struggle taking it out and putting it back in as well. So we're going to do just that.
Struggling here, mate.
Huh?
Struggling here.
What is it? The C's bolt? Yeah. Work it.
Oh, God.
Let's go. Now that everything is clear up top, we can then start removing the rest of the bell housing bolts, the crankshaft sensor and the dog bone mount. Once that's done, we can then remove the drive shaft from the hub and the gearbox, giving us some more space to remove the bell housing bolts that live at the top of the gearbox. So I have to take the last bolt, which is at the very top. Now, what I'm going to do, or what I have to do, what I always do, is to keep one bolt at the bottom just so that it's supported here. If you're working on a ramp, it'll be the other way around. I think that you'd want to be supporting it from the very top, but with my one I have to support it at the bottom just to prevent the gearbox from falling out, because once that's out, the one at the top, it is literally go time. You can see it right there, look, you can just about see the clutch there, the clutch material. Clutch rider, this one, I would say so. Time to remove the gearbox. Removing the gearbox should be straightforward from here. All we have to do is to slowly lower the engine so that the gearbox can go under the chassis leg. Then we can remove the bolt that we kept in there. Now it's just a matter of prying the gearbox out. Alright, so she's out, and as you can see there, bearing is actually in good condition now. So fluff actually fell on me earlier because look, you can see right there, fluff, that's clutch material. So this guy already, I can tell, has been clutch riding. It may seem like that the clutch assembly is okay, but it's really not. This type of wear is shown if and when the driver rides the clutch. Riding the clutch can cause the material to overheat, which in turn disintegrates the compound material. As you can see here, the plastic clips on the clutch plate literally melted, so don't clutch ride to save yourself some money. Like for like, we will be replacing this burnout clutch with OEM parts, the only way forward. Why are you so difficult? Okay, now we're gonna do something rather unorthodox. So we are gonna intentionally, so I can show you guys how easy it is for mechanics, those crook ones anyway, right? How easy it is for them to scam you, the customer. So we have already quoted them for the 3-piece clutch kit. So pressure plate, the bearing, and the actual clutch plate. Now, as you know, this bearing comes standard with the quote. Now, what I'm going to say to the customer is I'm going to tell her that it's gonna cost her extra £60 to replace the bearing, even though it's already part of the 3-piece clutch kit. Does that make sense? So keep an eye out. Watch this. Watch. Hiya. Right. I've got some sort of values.
Right,
So it's more than just a clutch.
right.
So we actually need to replace the bearing as well.
Okay,
And that is going to cost you an extra £80.
okay. I'm sure it'll be fine. My husband's just on the phone. I don't know the first thing about cars.
Yeah.
So I'll just catch him and get him. Oh,
Yeah.
marvellous.
Hello, mate.
I love that name.
Yeah. Thank you. So we have to replace the bearing as well on the clutch.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, that's going to cost another £80.
£80 for
Yeah.
the clutch bearing.
Yeah. To replace it. Will you be okay with that?
It's got to be done. It's got to be done.
Yeah. You can see, just like that. Find yourself a trustworthy mechanic. No, just a social experiment that I'm doing at the moment. You don't need to replace it. You've already been quoted for the 3-piece clutch kit. So it was just to obviously show, because I have a YouTube channel. It was just to show people how easily it is for people, for mechanics, crooked ones
right.
anyway, to
Right.
scam the customers.
Oh, I see.
And as you know, because I know
Yeah.
about cars, you would listen to me that it
Yeah,
needs
that's right.
replacing,
You
isn't
say
it?
It needs doing.
So yeah, it's only a social experiment. It's already part of the 3-piece clutch kit. That's the thing.
Oh,
You've
I
already been
see.
quoted for that.
See, I wouldn't
So
have
we
had
don't.
abs-
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't have had a
Exactly.
clue. I would have said,
Exactly.
oh, do it.
Yeah, you wouldn't
You
have
know.
a clue,
Yeah.
would you?
No.
My son said I got
So-
to find out your YouTube
So the bearing
channel.
isn't part of the 3-piece.
It's part of the 3-piece clutch kit already. So you don't really need to add additional £80.
Oh.
Anything. You don't need to add £80. It was just obviously to show my viewers.
Oh,
and
right.
also
This is
'cause-
just for your video.
Yeah,
This
it's just
isn't
to show them-
It isn't
yeah.
for me.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just to show
Oh,
people
right. So
really.
we haven't got to pay another.
No. You
Yeah.
people who doesn't know about the cars and stuff
Yeah,
like
that's
that,
right.
they'll just be like, yeah, okay, replace
I
it.
wouldn't have a clue.
Exactly, that would have been another £80 for myself, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just
That's a good job you're honest.
yeah, I just want to show my viewers really.
I've got to
Yeah.
get your
Yeah,
YouTube
well.
channel myself.
Yeah. You'll see us there.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, we'll get on with it.
Gearbox is out already.
Yeah, gearbox is out. It's already there.
You can see.
Yeah.
I think that your son rides the clutch. Is that his car? And that is a prime example of a crooked mechanic. So don't be like that guy, okay, trying to scam people. It's so easy for us in the trade to do that. And luckily, I have another clutch to do after this. So we're going to do the same thing to the next guy and we'll see what he says. They trust you with their cars. You guys in the trades, they trust you with the car, okay? Gain it, earn it, and be trustworthy. Don't be that guy, man. Honestly. So we're gonna keep doing this and then we're gonna move on to the next job and we're gonna try the same thing to the next customer. Let's go and finish this one up.
Cool. What are you doing there, mate? Popping this baby out. Oh, you popping that baby out?
Baby.
Go on.
Oh, I'm scared.
The one at the top. Turn it anti-clock. Go on. You're right there, mate. What yeah, lad. Timbers. Not joking. Oh, one more. Hey. Oh my god. What is that? Oh, John, that looks like Q. It's clapped. What's that? Does it taste good? Does it taste good? Yeah.
I'm gonna
die tomorrow.
Seeing that the clutch material dropped, the flywheel will definitely need to be cleaned. After that, we can fit the brand new XCD clutch kit, remembering that we also torque it to spec. Finally, it's time to put the gearbox in and everything else is pretty much in reverse order. Once the gearbox and engine have mated, we have to screw a bolt in by hand at the bottom. Again, this ensures that this gearbox doesn't drop on my chest. Once done, we can then start to secure the top bolts, and whilst we're there, we can start mounting the gearbox onto the mount. After that, it's pretty much just putting everything back in reverse order. So that's the ground cable, the many clips that you've removed, battery tray, battery, drive shaft, and fresh gearbox oil, of course. Moving on, here's another vehicle in for a suspected clutch failure. Let's find out and see what's wrong with the vehicle. Let's get it. Right, so this is a Suzuki Swift. Now, it's the 1.2 version, and we are actually looking for a clutch replacement on this. It just doesn't go in gear at all. It's not the slave cylinder, because I can see physically the slave cylinder is moving, and also I believe that he reported that it was slipping at some point as well. And now it's just reached the end of its life, pretty much. What we're gonna do is we're gonna raise the vehicle up, and then we're gonna start stripping the car altogether. So let's get to it. Without wasting any more time, me and John got to work, as the weather is starting to turn rather unhappy and cold. Pretty much the same as the previous job. Raise the vehicle, remove what needs to be removed up top, such as the battery tray, clips, sensors, gear linkage, and ground cable. Once done, we can then start to remove the drive shaft, if we can, that is. That's rust welded, mate. What do I even do? Oh my lord.
12 mils.
That's 11, that's 11. 11. Obviously we can't remove that. So what we had to do is to remove that pin from the brake line. Oh, and guess what? Look, copper grease. And it was seized in place. Why is it still rusted? Give up the copper grease. Well, yeah, look, it's still copper greased. And look what happened. Yeah. Yes, you are thinking the same as me. This car is a rust bucket. I don't even know how that subframe is still holding on, but anyway. Time to drain the oil and start removing the bell housing bolts, dogbone mount, and drive shaft. After that, we can then support the engine so we can take the gearbox off of the mount. Again, we can slowly lower the engine until the gearbox is just under the chassis leg. That way, we can move the gearbox easily.
Damn! Look at that, lads!
Look
Look at that.
at it. Look at the dirt on it. Look at this. Come take a look at this. It's actually, there's no
Nesting action.
nesting action on it. As you guys know, I don't cheap out on parts for 100 reasons. So here is another exceeded clutch to be fitted, OEM to Suzuki and many other Asian brands. Right, so we're going to do the same thing again that we did in the previous video. Obviously, we're going to tell him that he needs a bearing that is already part of the clutch kit that we bought, and we quoted for him anyway. Let's see.
Additional 120.
No, 120 is too much for a bearing, £80. So if he will bite it, obviously we got to let him know after that it's just a social experiment, just to show you guys again how easily it is for crooked mechanics to scam you. You ready? Let's go. So your bearing,
Yeah.
you need to replace it, unfortunately,
Okay.
and it's gonna be additional about £60 to £80.
Okay.
I'll say to replace it. Yeah. Will you be okay with that?
That's fine, yeah. Probably fit. How is the clutch looking?
The clutch is worn down, mate. It's burnt out.
But yeah, I thought it might be, yeah.
Yeah. You see that? Sorry, mate.
That's alright.
We're just conducting a social experiment.
Okay.
So you don't actually need a bearing.
Alright.
It's just to show people, obviously, how easily it is for mechanics to say
Yeah, no, for sure, yeah.
this, that, and the other, and then even
But I'm
though it
glad
doesn't,
that's
it
not
doesn't
the
even
case.
need replacing.
Okay, cool.
So
Oh, brilliant.
yeah, so
But what is the bearing then?
it's just it's what presses on this really when it releases the clutch when you press it.
Okay, yeah.
Then it
That
goes-
thing there, yeah? Oh yeah, I've seen this before, yeah.
It's already part of the clutch kit anyway that we quoted you for.
Okay, cool. Alright.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just trying, like literally, I just want to show everyone how easy it is for people to get scammed.
No, that's fine. No, I'm more than happy to be a part of that, you know?
So,
well,
yeah.
as long as you just save me £80 then, I thought you just save me £80.
Yes, whenever I fit a clutch, I torque it to spec. This ensures that the pressure plate distributes the same amount of force on the face of the clutch plate. This also prevents premature wear, so might as well do it to save myself and my customer some headache. Now it's time to put everything back in, so let's get to it. No matter what I try to do, another 100 times I make it right next to you. My memories follow me until I get it right. Whoa, nah, 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 oh baby, oh yeah. The smell of you, I know it's right in the air. I'm still chasing you cause I know this is not enough. If you can be next to me, we'll feel like we're just meant to be. I need you for life. If I don't make it tonight, then luckily there's always tomorrow in my formula. 오늘은 공을 찾을게. Formula. 너만이 그게 가능해. Formula. Oh, it's only for you. If you don't fit in there, I guess nobody will. It's evening time. I think we're getting there midway. I'm all in it right now. Me up, so don't matter many times. Yeah, it's orange outside. Alright, so that is us all done with 2 clutches today. So, moral of the story, you've seen, I've tried to scam 2 people. Obviously, when I say tried, I've let them know after that it was only just a social experiment, pretty much. I would have earned an additional, what, £160 for the day?
160.
Yeah, for free. So just think about that as someone's wage plus some more for a day, like a normal 9-to-5 job. Saying that though, if you link your favorite charity down below, I will be donating £160 to whichever charity that is. Whoever gets most likes for whichever charity that they choose, comment straight down below. And also comment your experience if you come across something like this and you found out later on. Put it down all in the comment section below. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you want more content like this, where we pull off social experiments or just contents like fixing cars and stuff like that, please like, share, comment and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.